All right, so welcome to a winter wildlife chai episode. That's the most important bit, right? We've got the chai, we've got the fridge, we've got the rest of the food. I need to plug the fridge in. I need a battery for that. Got my Delta Mini here. Solar panels, check. Backpack, R7, 800 millimeter, check. All right, camping gear in the roof box, cameras, everything. So, I said winter wildlife. Technically, why are you beeping at me? Stop beeping. Technically, it's not winter yet, but I say that because I was just on eBird the other day and I was looking at Lake Roberts, which is, if you're not new to my channel, you know I go there a lot. It's the only alpine lake, it's the only lake around anywhere near my house in southwest New Mexico. And it was reported that there were a good bit of the wintering ducks and birds that I like to shoot in the face every winter just showed up this week. So I definitely want to get up there. I've got a couple days planned. I've definitely got some target birds, but more importantly is I want to do some more testing and playing around with this. This is the R7 and the 800. I'm going to start out with the 800 because it is definitely, like, I know that area really well, and I know that I want reach more than just about anything. So this is going to be 1260 and it might not still be enough, but we're going to see. Anyways, let's hit the road, get up there. We're gonna get up there. It's like, you know, afternoonish, but let's go see what we can find. I think we'll start off with a little scouting mission and shoot anything that we see in the face, and we'll go from there and get set up. And also, by the way, if you couldn't tell, this video is brought to you by EcoFlow. However, it is not sponsored. They're not paying me anything, but they did send me this Delta Mini a while back. And quick funny story about that. I guess they saw somehow my Subaru overlanding video that I did. And I had mentioned in that video that I was using my EcoFlow River Pro, which I bought myself last year. So it's been my solar power pack of choice, battery pack, whatever you want to call it, of choice for the last year or so. And they asked me if I wanted something with a little more power. So I said, absolutely, being the power hungry photographer that I am. So I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to show you guys just, you know, how I use it. This isn't going to be a full review or anything because I'm still getting to know it and I want to see how it does for my needs. So we're just going to go out and use it. I'm going to use it over the next month or so, and then maybe I'll do like a more in-depth, like how I feel about it after that. All right, enough rambling. Let's hit the road and go shoot some birds in the face. We're gonna start off by just scouting around and seeing. I'm not gonna worry too much about photography right now because it's the middle of the day and it's really harsh light and it's a bit breezy, but I do want to just go see what I can see. Take the 800 out on the R7. There we go. That'll probably be just fine for a little recon hike, and then we'll go drive to the other side of the lake and see what's up and make camp and go from there. So let's go see what's out there, shall we? Here, chickadee. You know what's crazy? Like, you can see how far away that water is, right? Like, watch this. So 800 millimeters R7. I'm in the 4K 60 crop mode, and we have a buffle head. Oh, no, we lost a buffle head. Okay, so we've got common mergansers, buffle heads, and ruddy ducks. That's what I see so far. All right, so we're just waiting around in front of this island. Got the sun to my back. I'm just waiting to see if anything's gonna do their fly around the island. I was chasing, with my lens, I was chasing some buffle heads, but then I saw something interesting pop up. So right here, check this out. So that thing, I think, are some, look, there's 3 of them. I think those are female golden eyes. They do come out here. I have seen them here before, so it's not unusual, but they are slightly uncommon. Oh, here comes a pied-billed grebe. Look at him. He's coming right towards me. In perfect light. Look at that. So I'm again on the R7 with the 800, and I'm filming in 4K crop mode. So this is 1260 millimeters, and then it's cropped into that. Here he comes. So that's a lot of millimeters. I don't know what the crop factor is on the 4K crop, but it's significant. So now I'm just gonna hope that these golden eyes come a little closer to me. I'm gonna hope that they really are golden eyes. And I'm going to shoot this pied-billed grebe in the face. So we got plenty of light for the f11 on this thing. We got the sun behind my back lighting up these birds. I'm at f11, of course. I'm at ISO, I'm at 1/2000th of a second, because in case anything starts flapping, I want to freeze it. And that's not fast enough either. So another thing to note is that the wind is also behind my back, and if you can ever get the sun and the wind behind your back, you're going to have the best conditions, because the birds like to land into the wind. They like to take off and land into the wind, and it makes a huge difference if you have the wind to your back. So when they're all coming out, they're going to come straight towards me, and that is like really good to hope for. There comes some more stuff over here. I saw a couple northern shovelers. I'll definitely be down to get some close-ups of them. No western or Clark's grebes yet, but there are pied-billed grebes. All right, so I'm gonna shut up and see if any of this stuff, oh my God, right there in front of me. Holy cow. Where'd it go? It was like right in front of me. There's a pied-billed grebe right here. All right, I'm gonna go be very quiet and stealthy now. Okay, so this is the part where we finished our afternoon scouting and set up camp and came back to recharge both figuratively and literally. However, it also coincides with this being the part where my microphone decided that it was time to pay the ferryman and take the journey across the river Styx to the land where dead microphones go. So if you guys don't know who EcoFlow is, they're a company that makes green or solar or eco-friendly power solutions that basically give you power anywhere you need it. In any case, it's nice to have a nice power station that can power everything I need, from my home appliances all the way to my camera gear and my overlanding and photography stuff out here in the field. So while all this stuff is charging, this is the part where Camera Lady requested chai time, and I had zero objections to that. So we're going to make some chai, and then this is the part where I started talking about my experiences so far this afternoon, this really ridiculously harsh, light, and windy afternoon with the 800, and the struggles that I'm having, and how I'm potentially thinking about switching to the 1 to 500, and that I probably will put the 1 to 500 on for this evening because the light's going to get dark and it's easier to hand hold, and I want the birds in flights with the eagles and all of that stuff. So the consensus here is that I'm going to put the 1 to 500 on, and we're going to finish this chai and then head out to hopefully shoot some eagles and other ducks in the face in beautiful evening light. Alright, so this is the part where my microphone was still dead and I still didn't realize it yet. And I was talking about how it was ironic that the last thing I said was I was going to switch to my 1 to 500 because of reasons. But it turns out that I am kind of a glutton for punishment, and I really, really wanted that reach over the aperture for this instance, so I chose to stick with the 800 even as the light was dying, and just do what I could do and see how hard I guess I can push this R7, because things are getting noisy here and I'm at the last bit of the light coming in. There's some beautiful buffleheads over there, and they're doing a lot of crazy actiony stuff behind me, and I really need the fastest shutter speed possible in order to freeze their motion. But also, like with this R7, I don't want to go higher than 6400, so that's what I've capped this at, and that's what all of these shots, resulting shots, were at, is at 6400. And I think I'm just really pushing the boundaries here of what this R7 and 800 can handle, and I don't know if I'm going to be happy with those results or not. Fortunately, with a bit of editing and some hardcore noise reduction, I ended up actually getting a couple that I was satisfied with. Not like the most amazing things in the world, but definitely usable, social media satisfied. But that'll have to do for now, because once that last light goes down, it is definitely time for the 800 to go night-nights. And it's also now time for me to go night-nights. So I will see you in the morning, where we continue our quest for shooting all of the winter ducks in the face with this R7, hopefully in amazing light. Good morning. So the best thing about sleeping in the car, one of the only good things about sleeping in the car, is that I don't have to get up at stupid o'clock. I have to get up at like stupid 45. It's just nice not having to get up like an extra hour and a half to 2 hours early just to make the drive out here. And it was like, I think it got down to about 20 last night. But I like sleeping in the cold. My sleeping bag and pad and everything, and then the little heater in the car totally kept me warm, completely warm. Everything's kind of frosted, which is kind of nice. I was eager to see what the lake looks like this morning. I also figured that since it's so early and the sun hasn't come up yet, I normally I like to shoot with my R5 and my 800 out here, but I think this morning, since it's cloudy, I'm not going to push the R7 too hard, and I'm going to put the 1 to 500 on it and just give it a better chance, because so far I've found that it definitely works a little better just overall with focusing and low light focusing too, but it is, you know, also a bit faster. 7.1 is slow, but it's not slow compared to 11. So I'm gonna get dressed, put my gear on, and we'll head out there and see. I want to see if there's any eagles this morning. I'm looking for some bald eagles, and also this is like year 3 of my hunting for my nemesis bird. So I'm gonna see if we can go find some hoodies out there. Oh, hot tea, cold morning. Perfect. All right, let's go get set up. You know what's funny? The whole time I've been getting ready this morning, right now, and this whole video being brought to you by EcoFlow and all that stuff, and the solar generator, I just realized one more reason I love solar generators, or power stations. They're quiet. So I'm at the campground, and there's this giant 5th wheel with a big old diesel truck, and they just fired up their gas generator this morning, and it was super loud and no bueno. So we're gonna get out there, see what morning birds we can get. So it's kind of muddy out here because of all those late October rains we had, and out here on this cliff face, behind this cliff face, the sun almost never hits this area, so muddy. But the good thing about winter is that it was 19 degrees this morning, so it's all frozen. Whoa. Okay, well, it's mostly frozen. There's a little bit of unfrozenness, but that definitely makes it easier for doing this kind of stuff. At least getting to where I want to go. Okay, never mind, I lied. That's yucky. So I gotta go through all that, and that is definitely muddy. I missed them coming in, but I got a couple little action shots there. Well, action video clips. Everything's still way too far away. Even though this is 500 millimeter, this 500 millimeters is 800 millimeters right now, I'm still too far away, which is why I usually like my 800, because usually with my R5 and I put my 800 in crop mode or whatever. So the 800 on this would be 1260, and that would be very nice. But the light just isn't there, so I'd rather have, my ISO at a manageable level right now. And normally I don't mind shooting on higher ISOs, especially with the R5, but with the R7 I just want to give it as much of a leg up as I can, because it just doesn't do as well with the high ISOs. All right, let's go see. The sun's starting to peek over this mountainside here, so let's go see if I can get them in the light, get some sort of photo. to the car. I don't even know what time it is, but I've been out there for a while. Definitely did not get very much. At least not of the ducks that I wanted. I got a couple of the chirpy foresty birds. There's a bird right back here, and I'm trying to see what it is. I think it's a kinglet. Anyways, I'm not really sure what. Hold on a second. That's better. Wow. It is like 55, 60 degrees out here probably. It is warm. That was way too many layers. Remember what I said earlier about when I was heading out about the EcoFlow and the generator and the diesel and all that? Those guys are still running their diesel generator. I can still hear it. It's like 3 hours later. All right, well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna make some lunch before probably heading home. Real quick, just again, huge shout out to EcoFlow for hooking me up with the Delta Mini. Like I said before, you know, it's just such an amazing, game-changing thing to have power, you know, as much power as you need, and to have it solar charged and be able to work off the grid for doing the wildlife stuff. That's just such a big deal for me. So definitely make sure you guys check out the links in the description below for the Black Friday sale that they're having. And if you're watching this for past the Black Friday deal, then check them out anyway, because I found after spending my own money buying my own EcoFlows last year and stuff like that, I've found that they just have the best prices anyways. They have really competitive prices. So check those out if you need something like this. Maybe it'll help you get out more. And for me, that's the ultimate goal, is just getting out, staying out as much as I can. All right, last thing concerning the R7, I'm still not ready to do a full review yet. This is still part of my learning process and using it. So far I've had a few really low lows and quite a few more than expected highs concerning the performance of the R7. The key here is just, you know, for me, it's just understanding what I can do with it, what I can't do with it, how hard can I push it. Using the 800 out of here in the daylight like this would be great, like it was yesterday, but also just using it with the 1:5 all the time, because the 1:5 is performing so well. And it's nice to be able to handhold birds in flight, still have 800, you know, all of that stuff. The AF performance is definitely, I think, better than my 800 on the R7. So sticking with that is proving more useful for me, even at the cost of a little bit of reach with the 800. All right, that's it. It really is second breakfast time, lunchtime, tea time, all of the times. I'm so hungry. Let me know what you think about if I got any good images or the footage or anything, or if you have any questions about the R7 for a future full-length review. Leave those in the comments below and I will definitely answer them. Hit that like button for me if you're still here, because I super appreciate it, and that's the best thing you can do for the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Where did I put my tea? 4 hours later, still hot. Not too hot though, because it's quite warm out there.